Ugh, why is life so tangled and complicated? Everyone else seems to have it so easy. Why is it just me? You probably think this way often. It's because the world is getting more complex, and the list of things to learn just keeps piling up. You feel anxious, thinking there must be some special secret to success that everyone knows but you. But today, I'm going to clear the fog from your mind in an instant. The truth is, the real secret to changing your life is hidden in a place so simple, it's almost anticlimactic. By the end of this video, your complicated worries will magically sort themselves out. And you'll have a crystal clear idea of what you need to start doing right away. I promise you, starting today, you will begin to live a completely different life. Don't click away, stay focused until the very end. First, we need to understand something called the paradox of effort. Simply put, it means the harder you try to do something perfectly, the worse it can turn out. Now, imagine you're floating in a swimming pool. What happens if you flail your arms and legs frantically, trying not to sink? You'll actually tense up and sink like a stone. But if you do the opposite, relax your body and let go, you'll find yourself magically floating on the surface. It's the same when you're trying to sleep. Try forcing yourself to sleep, thinking, I have to fall asleep right now. Your brain tenses up. You become more alert, and sleep slips further away. Our lives are a lot like swimming or sleeping. When you obsess over a goal and tackle it with all your might, your brain starts to scream. A tense brain stops thinking creatively, your body stiffens, and you start making one mistake after another. True skill comes from a balance of proper tension and relaxation. This doesn't mean you should be lazy, it means you should let go of your obsession with the outcome. Only then can you unleash 100% of your true potential. This is why athletes are always told to relax their shoulders before a big game. Take a moment to see if you're tensing your shoulders too much in the game of life. Second, you must clearly distinguish between what you can and cannot change. If you can't do this, life becomes endlessly complicated and exhausting. For example, let's say you're heading to an important appointment and your train breaks down. Will getting angry at the station staff or stomping your feet make the train move any faster? Of course not. External situations like a broken down train or the weather are completely outside of our control. Yet, many people waste all their energy dwelling on these uncontrollable situations. They get caught up in anger, asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and fail to look for a solution. On the other hand, the only things you can control are your own reactions and actions. If the train is stopped, you can quickly find another mode of transportation or read a book while you wait. In the vast ocean of life, we are not gods who can stop the waves. Instead, we must become surfers who can read the currents and ride the waves. Don't get angry at the waves you can't control. Focus only on the board beneath your feet. The opinions of others and mistakes of the past are also waves you cannot change. Don't waste your energy on them. Pour all your strength into the choices you can make right now. That is the best strategy for living a simple, powerful life in this complex world. Third, you must make time to clean your brain. Your brain is a supercomputer that processes a massive amount of information all day long. Just as a computer overheats and slows down when left on for too long, our brains accumulate waste. Simply put, this waste is like a toxic byproduct released by your brain cells as they work. If this waste isn't cleared out, you'll feel foggy-headed and find it hard to control your emotions. But this brain cleaning process only happens when we are in a deep sleep. While you sleep, your brain cells shrink, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to flow through the gaps and wash away the waste. It's like a cleaning crew coming in to wash down a restaurant after it has closed for the night. If you're sacrificing sleep to work hard, it's like cooking in a dirty, uncleaned kitchen. No matter how good your ingredients are, your process will be inefficient and you'll end up with a poor result. If you want to succeed, give your brain enough time to clean itself. Sleep is not a waste of time, it's a strategic rest to ensure peak performance the next day. When your mind feels cluttered, don't force it. Instead, just get a good night's sleep. The next morning, you'll be able to solve your problems with a much clearer mind. Simply by sleeping well, your intelligence and creativity can improve dramatically. The easiest secret to success in the world is to get a full night's sleep tonight. Fourth, you need to boldly throw away the 80% of things in your life that are just clutter. This is called the Pareto principle, and the concept is very simple. It states that 80% of the results in our lives come from just 20% of our efforts. Take a look inside your closet. You might have dozens of clothes, but you probably only wear a few of them regularly, right? Among the many people you know, only a select few truly bring you happiness. When you study, the key concepts for an exam are all contained within about 20% of the book. The other 80% is mostly filler that you could skip without major consequences. But we often try to manage all of the trivial 80%, and in doing so, we lose sight of the truly important 20%. We try to be a nice person to everyone and do every single task perfectly. As a result, our energy gets depleted and our lives become a tangled mess. From now on, identify the truly precious 20% in your life. Focus only on the people who make you genuinely smile and the work that is essential for your growth. You can boldly ignore the rest of the trivial things. Your life won't fall apart. Simplifying doesn't mean doing nothing. It means pouring all your energy into what truly matters. Start by declining unnecessary commitments and getting rid of things you don't use. The lighter your life becomes, the higher you can fly. Finally, learn to be moved by systems, not by willpower. Our brain conserves energy by turning repeated actions into habits. Checking your smartphone the moment you wake up is one such habit. Trying to overcome a bad habit with willpower alone is like trying to stop a storm with your bare hands. Instead, you need to trick your brain by slightly changing the sequence of your actions. For example, if you plan to go to the gym after work, don't go home first. The moment you get home and sit on the couch, your brain gets the signal to rest and your body shuts down. Instead, create a routine that takes you directly to the gym after work. Make it a system where the act of putting on your gym shoes is the trigger that starts your workout. If you spend too much time on your smartphone, turn off all notifications and leave it in another room. Simply putting it out of sight can be enough to break the chain of a bad habit. Instead of making grand plans, start by simplifying your immediate environment. Life often feels complicated not because of your mindset, but because of your environment. When your environment is organized, your mind will naturally follow. Let go of complicated thoughts and focus on designing an environment that makes your body move automatically. That's the simplest and most reliable way to achieve your goals without wasting willpower. However, if you try to change everything all at once starting tomorrow, you are guaranteed to fail. Our brains perceive sudden change as a threat and will try to revert to the old ways. Shouting, "Okay, I'm a whole new person starting today," won't even last 3 days. Don't try to drastically cut everything out and live simply from the get-go. Instead, you need to start practicing by clearing out one small thing at a time. Pick just one thing I've talked about today and practice it for a week. It could be sleeping for 30 more minutes or deleting the number of someone you no longer contact. By accumulating these small successes, your brain will start to see change as a fun game. Don't be impatient. Even if you go slowly, as long as you're moving toward what's essential, you will eventually reach your destination. Trust yourself, be kind to yourself, and let's start with one very small step. I'll be here cheering for you and supporting your growth all the way. You've already done so well, and you are ready for a change. Don't be fooled by this complicated world. Believe in the power of simplicity and move forward with confidence, starting today. Right now, try deleting just one app that's complicating your life. That small action will be the first step toward creating your great future. To build your confidence, please leave a comment below saying, "I've decided to live simply." I'll be genuinely cheering for your journey. Please like and subscribe, and I'll help you make even more amazing changes in the next video. Thank you.